Now, experts are warning that the coronavirus pandemic could have a profound and potentially long-term impact on the nation's mental health.
Well, it's a message that will resonate with millions of people, including Denise Welch, who's lived with depression for almost 30 years.
And as she encourages those struggling to seek help, she joins us now from her home in Cheshire. And Denise, it's lovely to see you. How are you doing?
Yes,
are you okay?
hello. I'm doing okay. You know, there's parts of this that I'm really quite enjoying, as I think that there's lots of people are. I'm not an expert on how to control anxiety and depression, Holly and Phil, but it's I think one of the things that I've found is that when we become overwhelmed, we've got to allow it to happen. Yeah. For example, this morning, I went to bed last night having a great laugh with Lincoln, feeling perfectly okay, looking forward to what we're doing today, which I'm going to be talking about in a bit with a bit of filming. And I woke up this morning, I made the huge mistake of picking up my phone and doing the scroll of terror. And it set me off in a really, really, bad way. And I was doing a rehearsal with some fellow actors online, and I just completely lost it and burst into tears. And I think it's okay to do that. And we gave each other a hug like this. We did this to each other because, and it was funny. Everybody was feeling a little bit the same. And I've also spoken to quite a lot of people who have reached out to me who have anxiety as an illness way before coronavirus and way before lockdown. And with some people, it's actually, they've coped with it better than some people who don't have anxiety, because obviously when you are trapped in a mind that suffers from anxiety and depression, as I and millions of others are, we are always being told that it's in the mind. We know that we have some control over it. And of course, now we're in a situation where we have every right to be anxious. So actually, I have some anxious friends who have been reaching out to help the people who aren't normally anxious. So there's been a little bit of a circle going on.
Just to go back to what you were saying at the beginning, which is absolutely fascinating. I can remember reading just before we went into lockdown, as we were going into lockdown, a letter from a lady who was in China. She was a teacher in China who said all of the things, as they were coming out, all of the things that she hadn't had time to do, she hadn't had time to learn a language, and all of her advice for everyone going into it from someone coming out. And she said, don't look too much at the news. You can get your briefing in the afternoons, you pick one news bulletin, and then the rest of it, it can drive you to distraction because it's all so negative.
Do you know, I'm not going to have a go at the press because there's so much government bashing and press bashing, and I'm trying not to sort of jump on that bandwagon, as it were. But honestly, there is it almost seems that with some publications, unless you've got death virus killer in the headline, they don't put it, and so I think you're right. People have, said to me, "Oh, therefore you're putting your head in the sand." It's like, no, I'm not. I am as informed as anybody about this virus. I know that it's how horrendous it is. But I feel that if my mental health goes down, that affects my family, the people on social media who look to me for support. I mean, my depression tends to be endogenous. So you have reactive depression and endogenous depression. And endogenous depression can come from nowhere. So the fact that we're in a pandemic doesn't necessarily make me have my depression, but I can be sitting on a beach in the Caribbean with my beloved husband having a wonderful time, and suddenly it happens. So I'm not always in control of it, but I have more control of the anxiety. But you're dead right what you say. I think we should remain informed, but I think we have to try and remain positive. And we are going to come out of this. And it would just be nice sometimes at the end of bulletins if people talked about the good news. And we have to hear about the people who are dying, but let's also talk about the people who aren't.
No, absolutely.
And that's how I've tried to keep my head together.
And I know on your social media platforms, you're trying to be as positive and uplifting as possible. And we should talk about something good and uplifting now. And that's what you are doing in order to keep yourself sane, but also to give to other people to enjoy and watch. And this is actually quite a groundbreaking idea, actually. And this is done breeding. So this is going live today, isn't it, on YouTube?
It's going live on YouTube at 3 o'clock.
So explain what it is.
Okay, So 3 weeks ago, only 3 weeks ago, friend and actor Julie Graham, wonderful, Penance, Bletchley Circle, Benidorm, you know, a fantastic actress, reached out to me and said, I've been developing this script way before lockdown, and now it's happened. I've been encouraged by Andrew and Jackie, my producers, to see what we can do. So basically, in a nutshell, myself, Julie Graham, Tamsin Outhwaite, Alison Newman, Tracy Ann Oberman and Angela Griffin. It's a series about women of a certain age, all at different stages of menopause. All the chaos, all the sweatiness, all the wet in your knickersness, all the laughter, all the camaraderie that goes on with women of a certain age. And basically, we are done breeding. As it says on the tin, we've done. We've got, and what it's groundbreaking because we are filming it in lockdown, but it's not about lockdown. So we are using the people that are locked down with us. So in my case, Lincoln is not only my director of photography, as I'm so technically inept, he's also playing Zoot, my younger lover.
This is amazing.
And we are, as a couple, obsessed with real life crime. Go figure. And then you've got Angela Griffin, who's playing Susie, whose daughter is playing her daughter. Jason, her husband, is in it. You've got Julie's daughters in it. We're all using our own gang. And so people will be getting to see our real homes. And it's when we saw the assembly the other day, we're directed by Robin Shepherd, a wonderful director of At Home with the Braithwaites and Harlots. And so we have the read-through, we have rehearsals like we did this morning. And then we film twice a week, and they are 12 10-minute episodes, and it starts today at 3 o'clock on YouTube.
It's a brilliant
We wouldn't
idea.
have had it without lockdown. That's
Tell Lincoln we say hi, by the way, because I think he just appeared in the doorway behind you. Didn't realise you were on.
A little wave in the background. I'll tell him. And
hi,
who
Lincoln.
knew? Lincoln, the only person who goes into lockdown as an artist and comes out as an actor.
Oh, that's brilliant.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is. Can you wave? Oh, look.
I think
there,
he's saying cut.
Oh, and then
brilliant.
I've got Loose Women coming back on Monday.
That's right. I know. We're so happy to see you girls back.
So there'll be 3 girls in the studio, all obviously following government social distancing guidelines. But those of us who don't live in London one of us will be down the line every day. Last year, I said to Lincoln, do you know, I love working, but as I'm getting older, I don't want to go away very much. I just wish I could do a TV series in my back garden. And now I'm doing 2.
Yeah.
Who knew?
It's lovely to see you. Thanks, Denise.
Oh, it's lovely to see you guys and hope to see you in real life soon.
I know. Can't wait for that.
Can't wait. Yeah,
Thank
YouTube
you.
at 3 today. Done breeding. Don't miss it because it's a really good idea.
It's a great idea,
yeah,
isn't it?
Groundbreaking.
Love it.